Choice is a trap. While most people struggle with making the right decision, a growing number of people are struggling to make any decision at all. It's a psychological stalemate where the fear of losing a potential future outweighs the benefit of a real one. We're looking at a pattern of behavior that turns every choice into a crisis. The core conflict, the switch effect. Imagine your brain has a built-in buyer's remorse toggle. The moment a commitment is made, whether it's a career path or a dinner reservation, the brain immediately starts a counter-argument. This isn't just doubt, it's a physiological rejection of the chosen path. This instant reversal cycle leaves the individual stuck in a loop of constant mind-changing, frustrating colleagues and partners alike. The pattern. This behavior leaves a trail of evidence across a lifetime. The deadline strategy. In this profile, tasks aren't completed early because the person is preserving possibilities. They only act when the clock hits zero, effectively letting the deadline make the choice for them. The binary exception. The struggle disappears during win-lose scenarios. If the choice is objectively clear, like a math problem, the brain functions perfectly. The paralysis only sets in during win-win scenarios, where choosing one good thing means losing another. The social symptom. Crowdsourcing the ego. To cope, the individual often outsources their will. They look for consensus, asking friends, family, or even internet forums to vote on their life choices. By doing this, they aren't looking for advice. They are looking for someone else to blame if the decision feels wrong later. It's a defense mechanism against the pain of personal responsibility. The impact on real life. The data shows this ripple effect. It manifests as a commitment phobia that isn't about the other person, but about the fear of the closed door. Travel plans remain unbooked until prices skyrocket. Job offers are weighed until they are rescinded. The result is a life lived in the waiting room. The conclusion. Is it perfectionism, or is it a fear of mourning the lives not lived? To break the cycle, experts suggest that good enough must become the new perfect. Because in the end, the only wrong choice is the one that was never made. Let's now look at some mental models or decision frameworks for such a situation. 1. The Reversibility Framework, Type 1 versus Type 2. Popularized by Jeff Bezos, this model categorizes decisions into two types to help lower the stakes of the wrong choice. Type 1, one-way doors. These are nearly irreversible. For example, selling a company, a major medical procedure. They require slow, deliberate analysis. Type 2, two-way doors. These are reversible. For example, picking a travel destination, a new hobby, or even most jobs. If it doesn't work, you can walk back through the door. Your strategy. When you feel the switch flip in your brain, remind yourself, this is a Type 2 decision. I can pivot later if needed. Next, satisfying versus maximizing. This is a core concept from psychologist Herbert Simon. Maximizers try to find the absolute best option by comparing every possible variable. This leads to the paralysis and regret you described. Satisficers set a minimum criteria. For example, I need a job that pays X dollars and is in Y city. As soon as they find an option that meets those criteria, they take it and stop looking. Your strategy. Before you even look at options, write down 3 non-negotiable criteria. The first thing that hits all 3 is your winner. Close the tab immediately after. Next, the 10-10-10 rule. This model, created by Susie Welch, forces your brain out of the immediate regret cycle by lengthening your perspective. When you feel that instant brain switch telling you you've made a mistake, ask, how will I feel about this decision in 10 minutes? How will I feel about it in 10 months? How will I feel about it in 10 years? Your strategy. This helps diminish the instant noise your brain generates right after a decision, as most choices that cause 10-minute anxiety have zero impact in 10 months. That's it for today. Hope you learned something. If you want to extend the analysis, leave a real-world decision scenario in the comments. Not for solutions, just to examine the structure behind it.